Studios presents the More Better Narrative podcast. This is episode 105 with BJ McMurtry, Rob Fusco, Christina Barrera, Mike Wahlberg, and Justin Jackson.
Are we just going to tell Mark and Jesse to get fucked?
They never responded in the messenger saying they were coming today. I asked them at Armine's dinner.
I'm so sad.
And I can't remember if they said yes or no, but you know, if they wander in the middle.
Where will you put them?
Wait.
Lay across the top of here.
Yeah.
I'm waiting. Are we filming?
Yeah.
Hi.
We're going.
Oh,
I'm BJ McMurtry.
I'm Rob Fusco.
I'm Christina Barrera.
Michael Wahlberg.
I'm Justin Jackson.
Yay!
That was the first straight, like...
I know.
In a while.
Yeah.
No farting around.
Yeah.
It's
So
because there's no Jesse.
right off the bat, we have a question from one Mr. J. Patrick Cleary.
Really?
From lambgoat.com. Notoriety. It's a legit question. What's a meaner record? Sepultura's Roots or Pantera's Great Southern Trendkill? I would say Great Southern Trendkill.
I say Trendkill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
easily. Roots is like, it's mean, but it's, you know, it's more tribal. It's less focused.
Yeah.
And Great Southern Trendkill is like, in some spots, like, I'm kind of bummed out. But then every other track is like razor sharp.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I would say Trendkill. Also, and Chrissy agrees with me on this, and this was one of the points that we bonded on during our courtship, is that the solo in Floods is the single greatest metal solo ever recorded, like in the history of metal. Period.
It's a good solo.
It's a damn
I
good
agree.
solo.
Christina's
I have
at
no
a
idea what you're
loss.
talking about.
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly with things you're saying about subjects that we're talking about.
This is just going to be all shit that you don't understand.
You came on the best day.
Which is okay
I didn't
because we
participate
can
at
all because in our offer
You're just a
you know,
pretty face to be there, so that because we're all
Yeah, I
ugly
look real good
dudes.
after work. Too.
So while we offer our explanation to you,
Okay.
it
I'm gonna
kind of
soak
lets
it
lets the common lay person, you know, who doesn't know what I'm
You're
talking
you're
about,
the
off-
tributary
off the hook.
to the lay
I hope
lay
someone else is
listener.
confused
This
with
is
me.
like the tutorial episode.
Metal 101.
where, like, a text box is going to pop up with, like, the...
Tutorial.
I can do that.
Yeah.
Translate this into English.
Yeah. In order to understand Magic the Gathering, press X.
Oh, shit.
Craig Martin.
Damn it! We got quick time events in here now.
Yeah, we got Navi flying by. Hey!
Hey!
Listen!
Oh, it's the best damn game
Oh.
ever, next to Final Fantasy VII.
I am pathetic.
I love that game. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Navi is a fairy guide in the game Ocarina of Time. It's a Legend of Zelda game, and arguably one of the very best games ever.
I have it. I can't get into Legend of Zelda games that much. It's just for some reason. Although I am playing Castlevania Donosara right now, and I'm like, I want to play a little more. Just 10 more minutes, and
Yeah,
like 3
hours
hours
later.
back.
You ever play Akumajo Densetsu?
What day is it?
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto. I'm like,
Oh yeah, Akumajo Densetsu is it's a Castlevania game. It's like canon to all that story. I think it's like Japanese, maybe.
The
Sounds
only
Japanesey.
Castlevania game I've ever played is the one on Game Boy. Castlevania 2, I think.
Electric Boogaloo.
Castlevania the Adventure.
Castlevania: The Adventure.
Playing Symphony of the Night, and that is like, why can I never say that properly? And
Just say Soten. Just sound like a real fucking tryhard. Just be like, yeah, I'm playing Soten.
Soten Sotus. Okay.
More
All right.
questions? These are live questions,
Oh, yeah.
people.
Craig Martin.
Even though you're not watching this live.
Craig Martin writes, best current comic.
I'm taking my way out of this because I haven't read too many comics.
I haven't read comics in like 4 years.
Astronauts, easily.
I haven't either.
Astronauts. See, this is why we need to get
None.
Dave Grossman on here, because him
No.
and Jesse can probably sit here and go back and forth about comics
All right.
for like hours.
Next question then.
Moving along.
J. Patrick Cleary asks, Belladonna or the dude from Sacred Reich? Now, I'm assuming he means Joey Belladonna from Anthrax, not Belladonna, the porn star.
We could take the
I
question
think I would
in
take
that
the porn
direction.
star out of all three.
let's have version
I'll
A.
take her too.
Version A.
Oh, wow.
I don't know who the other person
Wow.
is.
Dude, after I heard,
We're about to get
after I heard
greasy.
Anthrax's cover of New Noise from Refused, persona non grata. Don't give a
Yeah.
fuck. It was terrible.
We have a flag.
Awful. Literally in the first lyrics.
Just done.
When it starts out with "Can I scream?" and he sings it like a fucking girl.
No
like-
offense to you girls.
Yeah, like cats
I feel
would
alright.
eat Joey Belladonna up for fucking breakfast and spit him out. Like,
Does he mean John Bush from
John Bush.
Armored Saint?
Sacred. Yeah, John Bush.
I go with John Bush.
But, yeah, I'm with John Bush. What about you?
The porn person still.
the porn person. Equal opportunity porn.
All right,
Porn
so
slut.
so Belladonna the porn star or Cytherea the squirt queen?
I don't.
I'm gonna go with
That's,
squirting just because it sounds more interesting.
Okay.
It sounds like it would be more amusing to watch.
Yeah.
Did you hear who the new vocalist of Guar is?
Tyler Perry.
Or at least the stage name? Volvatron.
Oh, her the
What?
fake
Oh,
boobs.
she shoots blood out of her boobs. I saw that.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like you're upstaging Symenstra Hyman at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Which, okay, I suppose she needed. I mean, there needs to be more of a female presence. In
If you're gonna lose Odorous, you have to like fucking swing hard.
swing with them triple E's or whatever. Like blood
That
cannons.
squirt, yeah.
Holy shit. Okay. Kraft or Velveeta? Only faggots eat Velveeta.
I was gonna say Kraft the band.
Kraft work.
Kraft
I
the
like
band
Velveeta.
is fucking
Yeah, I do.
awesome.
I do kind
Really?
of.
I've never heard them.
They
I
are
liked
a black
Velveeta
metal
when I
band
was a kid.
from,
Shells and cheese.
Yes. Velveeta shells and cheese.
Shells and cheese.
Shells and if I can say it correctly. Velveeta shells and cheese. Shells and cheese. Shells and cheese. Velveeta shells and cheese.
Do not disrespect the sausage cheese. I will cut your throat neck.
Don't
So,
make
yeah.
me cut Shells and cheese.
So wait, what does that make me again?
Huh?
What does that make me again?
Aren't you glad
For
you
picking
came all the
Velveeta?
way from fucking Baltimore for this?
Yes.
You picked the best time to
Only
be
faggots
here.
eat Velveeta.
I am that then.
Shells and cheese. I have
Throat neck.
I have chosen shells and cheese.
Okay.
Now we cut the throat neck.
But seriously, listen to Kraft.
Okay.
They have
Is
a-
it
they
spelled
have
the
an
same
album-
way?
C-R-A-F-T.
Damn it!
And they have an album called Fuck the Universe, which
Should
is
we?
amazing.
Can we start a parody band called Kraft with a K?
No.
We like the universe.
Macaroni and cheese. Kraft macaroni.
I would be. I'm
Kraft, K-R-A-F-T, make love to the universe.
Yes.
Put cheese all over the universe.
turn the universe out.
Man, now I want macaroni and cheese.
I know, I'm kind of hungry. Can we turn this off and go get some food?
There's, all I know is there's.
Velveeta shells and cheese. I can't do that for too long, or I lose my voice really quickly.
That sounds like a fucking Bane lyric.
Oh, poor Aaron. I've known that dude for I don't know how many years, and he just.
I'm sure he's a
Can't-
super nice
he's
guy.
a sweet
you
dude,
know
just
what?
cannot catch a break.
That is fucking dadcore to the
That's-
like ultimate.
Like, oh, God, I'm sorry. I'll mow the lawn, I'm sorry. When Luke gets old enough, I'm just going to tell him to do shit in Aaron's voice. Clean up your room!
Oh, I guess we should put the picture up of Lucian pooping his pants.
Oh my
right
God.
here.
In the middle of his back.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I don't know how you.
That was today.
How does
Explosive.
It was.
how does that? Did it just like squish up the
It was
back?
It happens to every
No,
child.
no,
I
it
don't
just it
understand
came
why.
out his back.
It was a poop
Oh.
explosion. He has a back anus.
He has.
So,
He's a talented child.
So
Did he
dude
like
was-
plop down and just went? Pfft?
nah, dude, like shit himself real good.
He must have sharded like really hard.
And Chrissy laid him down on his back without realizing he had like annihilated himself. And dude was just like, yeah, whatever, I'm fucking rolling around swimming in my own shit. And Chrissy picks dude up and there's a spot of poop on the white comforter like that. I'm like, whoa! Holy shit!
We're throwing this out.
I
We're
was
just throwing it out.
I was in the other room like
We're burning it.
I was in the other room studying openings or whatever, and I hear Chrissy.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I was studying and oh my god, it's so brutal.
He's still so cute though.
Oh, shucks,
Look at his little
thanks.
cheeks.
I know he's a chooch. So I hear Chrissy in the other room. Holy shit! Literally shit! I'm like, what? And I'm like,
Literally shit.
yeah, exactly. So
I hit the toilet this time.
my spring-loaded dad legs like activate, and I run into the other room. I'm like, what's the matter? And I see there's just like a poop puddle on the comforter, and she's holding him up, and there's like this big shit bullseye on his back. And he's just like, yeah, whatever, no big deal. She's like, what do I do? I'm like, give me that, dude. So I grab him, I'm like, get in the shower.
Get a hose.
She gets in the shower. I'm like, here, and we take him off, take off his clothes in the shower.
But not before taking a very classy picture.
Yeah, that was a pretty
Here
good
it is
picture.
again.
Yeah. Chrissy has her degree in photography, for that matter, and, that's...
It's finally useful.
That's evidence,
Taking pictures of poopy babies.
So we're just like, we're rinsing all the poop off dude, and I like, wring out his schmutz off his thing, and I suds him up all good. And,
Yeah.
and then she's like, okay, all done. So I take him, I towel him off, and he's just like, yeah, whatever.
That was fun. Jack should do that again.
Nice.
I was shitty. Now I'm squeaky clean. Life is good.
Still feeling alright.
Oh my god, he's such a good boy. I just want to like.
Yeah.
Not the poop though.
Well, yeah, I squeeze him like a tube of toothpaste, and then.
Well, we have an email from Bernhard.
It's Bernhard.
Bernhard.
Petrich.
I like it. So I have not looked at this link that he sent me, but he said just a little something concerning Texan independence. I'll put the link in the description, I guess, and I guess we'll have to watch it later. But he said, also, I noticed that Rob has become really good at pronouncing my name. I can't help but think he had professional help.
I don't reveal my sources.
We'll
We'll
have to wait until next time Armine's on, because he said, I also want to know what happened in Australia. You can't just go, remember that one time in Australia, and then laugh about it without telling me what it is. Shit like that costs me my sleep. Because we were doing the story, and we were talking about rolling the dice.
Yeah.
And we played a game of dice at a hostel in Australia. I'll have to have Armine tell the rest of the story at some point.
Yeah, she
Just
was
harass him again by giving him part of the
You'll have
story.
to
without all of
wait
it.
another week. I'm sorry, you're not going to be able to sleep.
There's dice involved.
Yes.
Just don't sleep for a week.
Yep.
Tough shit.
Lastly, one of my questions from a few episodes back is still unanswered. Why is the Fire to Flames EP only now coming out when it was recorded before the anesthete? While I'm pretty sure it has something to do with label policies, I want to know the actual reason. The actual reason is that it takes a lot longer. It's mostly his fault, only because he's saying it right now. But actually, it's mostly because of PR stuff and labels and things, and the anesthete was self-released, and we were able to get that out a lot quicker because we did everything ourselves.
Gus,
The business.
why is the fire so big? Put that in a sleeve.
Sleeve? I need it.
Batter skull.
But it also,
Yeah, it's very
it
useful.
took me a while to finish the art for that too.
It happens. Best wishes, angry white European.
That's something to label yourself as.
And we now know he's Austrian and not
Yeah.
German.
You know who
Take
else
that,
was
Germany.
Yeah. You know who else was Austrian? Oh, have you heard the latest
Austrian Death Machine.
Austrian Death Machine, Triple Brutal? Holy shit. It's so funny. That band is awesome.
When
have
he's
to
not
look it
busy
up.
trying to kill his wife.
Oh, well. It's important to have hobbies.
Everybody has flaws.
All right. Craig says, I said to the boys, I meant to say keep them coming, like apostrophe EM, but it auto-corrected to me.
Keep stimulating.
Keep me coming. I was like, fuck. And so Craig says, that reminds me.
Shells cheese!
That reminds me. What is the etymology of jism? Is there an ancient Greek word that means to spray seed or what?
I think we
Spread
need
your
Do we
to
have
Google.
anybody? Is any one of us here etymologically?
Entomins? Are we into
Oh.
entomins?
Entomins. I want to have food
Entomins
anymore.
Let's
and
look that up.
Velveeta.
I don't know. I spell it Jizmz.
ZM.
I don't think I ever had to spell that. so-
Jisms.
Jism.
Whoa, apparently
Thought it was
there is a
JSM.
movie.
Yeah, I feel like an ash
It is, but
involved.
that's how I spell it different.
Oh, never
You
mind.
like to add the 3 Z's.
That's like
Jism.
the most unfortunate name for a movie ever.
Oh,
What?
no.
Apparently, in Hindi, the word jism, Jism, in English means body, and there's a film that came out in 2003 called Jism. Apparently, it's an Indian erotic thriller.
It was a. It was an accidental smash hit at the box office.
You will cum your entire body.
The line was
The whole thing, it'll just
Yeah.
pop right out.
the theater.
You just
the line roped around the block. It was
So let's see, we got the the Wikipedia entry.
well, that was,
I spelled it Jism.
that's fine. Well, Craig, that was Craig's question. Cleary writes, it's actually Babylonian. Baby is in the word Babylonian. Good job, Cleary.
also God wrote the Bible in English.
That's right.
Well, I mean, it was the best language.
Yep.
English.
Only thing.
Oh, I want
the only
to
language.
rewrite the Bible in English. You know what I've done? When I used to do interviews for like zines and stuff overseas, they would email me questions, and I would answer everything like long form, and then I would take the entire interview and run it through Google Translate to Japanese, and then to German, and then to something else, and then back to English, then from Japanese back to English. And I would just like, here you go, here's the interview, and I can't even
Were you disabled?
I can't even describe to you. Try that sometime. Like just cut and paste some text that you find on the internet, and then just run it through Google Translate a bunch of times. It is
In different languages
Oh my
or
God,
just back and forth?
different languages. Oh my! I was so bored.
You gotta really mess it up.
You gotta mix it. You gotta have it bounce around the world.
Yeah.
So apparently
Apparently,
there's not only the 2003 film Jism, there is a 2006 Pakistani version Jism, and in 2012 they made a sequel to Jism 1,
Jism 2.
Jism 2.
Keep on jisming.
Jism
The
2,
Jismer!
The jism continues.
Electric Jizzaloo.
Electric. Put that in a sleeve.
Oh,
It's a foil path razor.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I
a
got
site,
that.
I
He's
think
got
it's called
Jism.
badtranslation.com, where it does that for
Yeah.
you, where you just type in something, and it goes through, like you set the number of languages that you want it to go through.
Yes.
You don't have to waste all
Dude,
that time.
What is it called?
I wish I had known. Badtranslator.com.
I think it's badtranslation.com or badtranslator.com or something
Let me
like
check
that.
it out.
Man,
Bad.
you know how many 5s of minutes I could have saved?
I know.
Right?
One.
One
Don't
5
let
five
minute
of minute.
block.
1/5 of minute.
Oh,
I'm
Fetchland's
gonna watch
got
Jism
reprinted.
too.
What?
Fetchlands got reprinted,
Oh.
which bummed me out because all my Fetchlands were worth $90. Now they're worth like 15.
Justin,
Whatever.
add something to the conversation since this is the first time that you've been on, and
Yeah, you
probably.
Justin,
You
I
know
don't
what?
know who you are. Can you tell us all that?
He's wearing a Batman
I'm a
shirt.
person.
Okay.
I'm a filmmaker.
That's a start.
I make documentaries. Matt wanted me to tell you you're going to be late for practice, and he was upset that he had to change it from 2 to 5.
Oh, you're gonna be late to practice. Oh, man. I'm upset. You're gonna be late to practice.
Yay! He's just upset because he took up so much time last night fixing his cabs when he could have done it today.
Yeah.
He's a cabbie.
He changes out speakers and stuff in his cabinets like every month, sometimes twice. So it's the website. Oh wait. Oh, here we go. It's called Acuna.com. ACKUNA /bad translator.
Okay.
Translate something.
But it says start translating badly. It has a 250 characters max, and you can actually choose your translator. You can choose between Bing, SDL, and Transperfect. I guess it doesn't use...
Transperfect.
I guess it doesn't use Google. But you can choose how many languages, up to 35.
Yes.
And you can also choose random language order. What should we translate?
Speaking of trannies...
Trannies with samples?
I'm so mad that I no longer have an undefeated record against trannies in Magic the Gathering. I was playing at Frank's and a tranny shows up with a burn deck and just kills me. I'm like, this sucks. And then all my
So
friends,
is that an official thing in your head? Like, you went around touting the fact that you had never been beaten by a
well,
tranny?
yeah, me and my buddy Joe Snyder were like, ha ha ha, whatever. But then Joe recently
But
lost to a
was it
tranny.
something that only came up when you played against a tranny? Or was it like something you went up and be like, hey, by the way, I've never lost to a tranny?
No, I don't really
Is that part of the mind game?
Yeah, when I sit down with anyone and be like, oh, by the way...
You start shuffling, guess what? I've never lost to a tranny.
Even if it's like
and you do not blink.
Yeah, you don't break
just
eye
blinked.
contact. You don't do that. Even if it's like a 13-year-old boy, you just announce that shit. And it's like, what? Don't worry about it.
This is only for me to understand.
It's for me. It's for me to know and you to figure out later.
Yeah, but probably not.
Yeah, you butt nut.
So we're going for Bing, a max of 35, random language order.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to hit translate.
This ought to be good.
I don't know where it actually puts it.
What does the More Better Narrative podcast translate to?
The more
That's
better.
barely English anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. It took me a second to get that in the right order in my head.
Okay, arrange it, then speak it. You have no idea how many times I've had to do that. Just like...
I think it's going through manually.
When I'm just staring off in the distance, I just have that like fucking magnetic poetry shit going on in my head.
It's here.
And then it spits out into like this LED, and then you have to...
Yeah.
It's symptomatic
I'll
of
just stop.
an introverted personality type. It takes a tremendous amount of energy to formulate an idea and then put it out into the world.
Mm.
You know about this stuff.
I'm an introverted person.
I actually don't
In
like
class,
this.
I barely speak at all.
I don't like this bad translator because it makes you go through all of the things that like slowly
I'll do it
translate.
later.
Either that or maybe it's just Bing.
What is
Who the hell
one of-
uses Bing?
What do you think is one of the most... I don't know how to put it. What's one of the biggest misconceptions about introverts in your experience?
That I guess that you're automatically shy, which it's not the same. I just tend to like if I go out and I'm around a lot of people, I enjoy it, but I need time then to be by myself and like reset. So I don't get energy from people. Sometimes I feel kind of exhausted being around people, so I need that time to like relax because otherwise I get just miserable.
to be alone.
You
But I
have-
can be very extroverted in certain situations with certain people, like when I feel like it.
Right. You have energy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I need to get it back. Though. I need to
There's
conserve
an
it.
excellent book on the subject called The Introvert Advantage. It's a very good book for anybody on the continuum, and it, especially for extroverts who have introverted friends and they have little idea how to understand how they behave.
Yeah. Because I get that a lot. Like, come on, you don't
Come
need
on,
to go
you
home
don't-
and relax. I'm like, yes, I do.
You're such a dick.
Otherwise,
Shut
I'll
up.
hate you.
All right. So, Cleary writes,
Aha!
what's the worst firing you ever had? I'm talking to a dude that got hired for a delivery job, a good job. They found out he's eating up overtime because he's got kids. They found out not that he's gaming the system, but fired him for bullshit. Has this ever happened to you?
I've never
Say
been
again?
fired.
Yeah.
I've
never-
never
Yeah,
been
been
fired either.
We're such good
That would be
employees.
terrible to me. I'd be like, no.
Cleary barely speaks English.
I've been fired from like freelance jobs, but that firing is usually they just stop talking to me, which is really fucking infuriating.
Yeah, that's...
I had a
Silent
band.
treatment.
You need closure, man.
Well, I mean, sure, but like, it's not so much that I'm not doing the job, it's just the fact that I'm sitting there for like 2 weeks, like, hey, am I doing anything right now? I was asked to do a layout for a band, and instead of doing the normal thing, which is dealing with one member of the band and having them give final say. It was 3 members at the same time.
Oh no!
All had different ideas. All were like calling and texting me, like even when I was at work. And then after a month, like they wanted to see sketches, but they didn't understand what a sketch was, and they essentially wanted to see finished pieces every single time. And after a month of just, or it was 3 weeks of pure hell, literally going to work, coming home, and working all night, they just stopped talking to me. So that was 3 weeks of completely unpaid work.
That's shitty.
Gross. People are gross.
Sweet.
They are.
Trying to think of
That band was Rosetta.
all the times I got fired. I worked at this department store when I was a teenager called Leechmere, and this woman walked up to my register. I don't even know. She walked up to my register in a fur coat, and I counted her change in cash back to her in foxes.
Murder.
1 fox, 2 fox. 3.
That's a good reason to get fired, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, I didn't go back.
That's
my
worth
God.
it.
To be in line behind that woman, I'd be like, holy shit, it's awesome.
Whatever, you should have just played it off as I just really like foxes.
Yeah, for sure. Once I knew I was getting the axe, oh my God, everyone got the 20% discount at my register after that. Great.
Everything's
Are you an
free today.
employee here? You are now.
Well,
What did she say to you when you counted foxes? What was there like? Did she?
no, she was just like quiet, kind of like, yeah, she's like this entitled slob. So she just turns right around and like goes up to the customer service desk and asks to speak to a supervisor or a manager or whatever. And not like I gave a shit. I got paid like minimum wage to deal with assholes all day. Like, fuck you. So, well, I worked at Tower during the takeover and when they shut down. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I got fired, but I just got out of a job. But it's cool because I like
Your position was eliminated.
Oh yeah, and whoa, you want to talk about Wild West shit? People were leaving the store with bags of unpaid shit. Like, wow, it was complete fucking havoc. I was in my glory. I'm like, look at you people. That's great. Look at all that shit you have to carry for what? Go fuck yourself.
For some fucking $2 like Mariah Carey CD from 1993.
Stocking stuffers.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Although, I do miss that job. Like I worked in Philly for a while, and then I moved to New York City and transferred to the tower on, what was it, 4th and Broadway. And the people who worked at that store have like the best stories I've ever heard. Like, I worked with this guy who was like Keith Moon's best friend.
Wow.
Yeah, and that dude had some stories. Holy shit.
I don't know. There's the King of Prussia Tower with the dude pooping in the porn section.
Oh, the Phantom Pooper.
Armine and Chrissy story.
Yep, that dude's legendary.
People do that.
Why do people do anything?
I don't know.
People are
I'm
strange.
tired of trying to figure it out.
So
There was a
I don't want to be a
dude.
psychologist
There was a
anymore.
dude who worked at. I only met him once, but he worked at the tower in New York. I forget, or Virgin maybe, in New York. And
Same difference.
there was some signing event with Christina Aguilera when she was like just starting out, like genie in a bottle type shit. And she was in the store and she was like just looking around before the event started, and so he decided to like go up and hit on her, pretending not to know who she was at all. Just being like, "What's your name?" And she was like, "Christina." And he was like, "Yeah, what'd you be it for?"
I told you I did.
You like music?
I did that same shit to Igor Cavalera. I told you that story, didn't I?
Which one?
When playing a fest with Sepultura, and Igor Cavalera like watched our set and came up to us afterwards, and came up to me afterwards and like, "Oh man, you did a great fucking show, great set, it was fantastic, whatever." And inside I was like, but outwardly I was like, "Oh, thanks, man. Who are you?" He's like, "Oh man, I'm Igor." Oh, cool. And so, what do you do here? Like, are you like a road crew, or what do you do? He's like, "Oh man, I play drums in Sepultura." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know your band. Cool, man. Yeah, good to meet you. Whatever."
Nice.
And meanwhile, inside, I'm like,
Dogs are howling for miles.
"Oh my god!"
I stole all of their
I was like,
strawberries.
"Show the cheese! It's Igor!"
I stole all their strawberries in Poland. We played with them in Gdynia the first time in 2009, and they actually opened for us because of some ridiculousness that happened.
Weird.
Yeah, well, this was the problem. We might have told this story before, but I can't remember.
Whatever, deal it.
By the time we got to the place to set up, Sepultura already had all their stuff set up, and the amount of space we had to set up on the stage was literally like the back of this couch to where the camera is sitting right now.
Oh, I played shows like
But
that.
like it was long. So the drum set was going to have to be set up like in the corner where you have to get on the stage. And then like there was no room for pedal boards. Everything had to be like pushed off to the side.
Just do the lightning bolt thing and play on the floor all the time.
This place wouldn't let us. It was too big.
Oh, I see.
Like they had barricades and everything.
That sucks.
So we were on tour with a Polish band. They set up their stuff and used like minimal gear, and they played their set. We went and talked to Sepultura's tour manager, and we were like, "Here's the thing, we're not playing with that much space, so we're gonna make you a deal. You guys play for as long as you were going to for the regular show, and then once you're done, pack your stuff up and do whatever. We'll make an announcement about it, and whoever wants to stay can stay, and we'll play after you." And they were like, "Okay." So they did their show. We went and did our thing, and when they were done, they packed up their stuff, moved it out, and we made like an announcement before they played, being like, anybody that wants to stay can stay. So the room stayed packed after they left, and then we set up and played. And I can't remember if that's the epic video on YouTube, but it's like the crazy lights with the camera at the back of the room, just everything going crazy.
Like
but
3 fucking Pantera style mosh pits going on at the same time.
But while they were playing, I snuck into their green room and I stole all of their strawberries.
Very high in vitamin C.
I think Dave might have taken some of their beers too.
I was gonna say, was there nothing better to steal in there? Just
There was
What's
like
better
it
than
was like
strawberries?
crap.
Yeah, I was gonna
It was
say.
like potato chips and junk food. Strawberries were the best thing.
We played
There might have been a couple apples there, but I was like, strawberries.
last time you were in Moscow. Actually, I was like, I recognized the venue because we played the same venue in Moscow. I'm like,
Did they give you was it the caviar flavored potato chips?
no,
No, they were awful.
That sounds terrible.
They were so bad.
That sounds really bad.
It's like here's shit flavored.
It's like
Doritos.
you have to you have to taste them because they're caviar flavored potato chips. But I regretted having tasted them immediately.
You know what bums me out?
You really didn't have to.
No. No. But see, now I can say that I've had caviar flavored potato chips.
Just strike
Fair
that one
enough.
off the bucket list, right?
Yeah.
What bums me out is that Doritos, aka Doritos, but they're called Doritos.
For anyone who
Doritos.
didn't realize
Fucking have a relax. Fucking have a Dorit. Most Doritos.
Have a relax.
Have a relax.
Have a relax.
Fucking hey man, relax man, have a Dorit.
It's like a Swedish guy trying to speak English.
Have a relax,
Don't
my
worry,
man.
buddy. Have a relax.
Have a relax. Death clock. You are having relaxes.
Go down to the food library.
So most of them have MSG, and I'm allergic to MSG. It gives me migraines. Like everything gives me migraines. It fucking sucks, but everything has MSG in it. So what are you gonna do? Cool Ranch, no more. Such a bum out.
No more treats.
No
I'm
more
just gonna
Doritos.
have to pick up squirrels and eat them directly.
I've actually
They
never
might have
ever
MSG.
liked Doritos. They've never been.
I will
good
fuck
to me.
up an
I don't care
entire
for them
bag
either.
of Cool Ranch Doritos in one sitting.
And then your head will hurt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then I'm out for like
Your head will
24
blow up
hours.
like fucking Fist
It's
of the
not
North
worth
Star.
or scanners.
Yeah, yeah.
When did you realize you had the allergy, though?
Well, I put 2 and 2 together. Like,
My arm fell off once.
Must be allergic to Doritos.
oh,
No.
Dorit allergy.
Your arm falls off and a Dorito just falls out of the socket.
Oh,
Like,
that explains it.
got
Okay.
caught in there. I
Fair,
can't digest them.
I don't know. I think I thought back to
Whole
all the
Dorito.
times when I had like the most severe migraines, and it was like I ate Chinese food and got a migraine. Ate Chinese food and got a migraine. I ate an entire bag of Cool Ranch Doritos. Got a migraine. That sucks. Well, I don't know.
I
I think
snorted MSG off of a fucking iPad. Got a migraine.
migraine. Sometimes they're spontaneous. Like I would get them like every month or a month and a half when I was like 4 or 5, up until I hit puberty. Like it would be really bad, like photosensitivity, and I couldn't like move, and I couldn't fall asleep.
You were like a
'cause I was
plant?
Yeah.
You went through photosynthesis.
Yeah.
He went through the opposite of photosynthesis because the light hurt him.
Like get away.
Oh, so he's a vampire plant.
And then I would be like that for like 12 hours or so.
Conclusions.
And then I would throw up for a half hour straight and then pass out for 12 hours. And that was like, that was the cycle. Yeah, it sucked.
Wow.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It was awful. So recently I discovered that, okay, like it calmed down after puberty, but then recently started again, like about a year and a half, 2 years ago or so. I discovered that 16 ounces of Red Bull, 1,000 milligrams of Advil, and a little peace and quiet for like 20 minutes. Knocked that shit out the box. I was like, yeah, awesome. Although my head feels empty afterwards.
Isn't like Botox or something supposed to help with really bad migraines? You could start.
Oh yeah,
You look really good.
damage control,
You'll
and
be
I
able
don't
to
get
express emotion.
it. I look
I
like
feel
this all the
fine,
time.
Thank you.
I feel much better.
Can't
You look like you've been
tell?
floating in a river for a few days.
Oh, my tongue's all swollen.
Bloated, yeah.
Well, if I ever see you with a bag of Doritos, I'm gonna like body
Yeah,
slam you.
like-
And
Oh.
then
Take them
Just
away.
slap that shit out of his hands.
And then I slapped that shit right off my table. My God.
fuck your couch.
Yo, fucking relax. Have a Dorit.
Have a relax,
Have a
my man.
Hey man, relax, man. Have a
I want a
Dorit.
t-shirt
Whenever
that
I
says
hear
that.
somebody say
Me
that
too.
like that,
Yeah,
it
let's
reminds
get
me
some.
of Last Dragon.
Yes, have. Oh, Barry.
What is up, my man?
Hey man. Hey blood. What?
Hey, blood, what is up?
What it look like?
What it
It's
look
what it
like?
looked like.
did.
Yeah.
Oh, Barry Gordy's the last
That
dragon.
movie's incredible.
Oh, I love it
That
so
movie's
much.
incredible.
Dude, the best cosplay I ever saw was at Albany Comic Con. This dude was dressed up like Shonuff, he's in Harlem, like head to toe, boombox and everything. It's
Oh,
fucking
That's
righteous.
awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
I wanted to fight him just to prove a point, but I was like, you know what, I'll just let this guy have his moment. I had my picture taken with him, admittedly. Okay, yeah.
Nice.
I wanted to fight some fucking dudes at an arcade in Tokyo because they were like, it was like 3 dudes or like 4 dudes playing fucking Persona 4 cabinets, and then like their crew around them just like standing around fucking 1980s style like
Like
you
hard
know.
style. Just
Yeah. Literally, I walked up there and I walk into the room and the one guy just goes. And I was like, I'm not even good at this game, but I will fucking kill you over this game. I don't even care.
Just for making
Yeah.
a face at me.
fucking hard style.
You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
Eat
like,
stuff.
you little cocksucker. I
Yeah.
will bury you. Stop looking at me. Fucking freak. That's how I would
Pretty much.
probably. Oh my god.
Just don't look at me.
Dude,
don't
you're-
fucking look at me.
You are like Gojira proportions in Japan. You just tower over these dudes and be like, I will throw a bus on you.
I will definitely step in a church in your town.
Oh, nobody steps on a church in my town. Man, what another great film.
Ah, yes.
Emails. Email women. Email girls. Snag films? Nope. Go fuck yourself.
Rah. So, Justin, tell us a little bit about the Rosetta documentary,
Or your opinion on Trailer Park Boys.
or that.
I've never seen Trailer Park Boys.
I haven't either, but after
We're
hearing you guys
done.
talk about it, I put it on my Netflix.
Podcast is over.
It's over now. It's over forever.
So the film probably be finished in December. Self-releasing it. It'll be
We're gonna fight.
Yeah.
Sweet.
it'll be available online for purchase. Pay what you wish. Right now we're kind of editing the last video elements. We're going to send it off to our sound guy. So it's pretty cool. It's almost finished.
Exciting.
I like it.
Like corporate premiere.
It's been
Can we
4
have?
years.
Can we have another pinata?
4
that,
years.
please?
Wow.
Yeah, it started
Can't
4
believe
years
it's
ago.
been life.
I can't
It
wait to
just
see
goes
it
by.
and do a beard comparison. Just do like a
I
frame
bet
by
his
frame.
beard throughout the whole documentary is
Just
just,
a-
up and down.
Well, even
It would be
I went
interesting.
through. If you for some random reason, I was looking for a quote from like a past episode since we started doing the videos, and if you start from the first episode that we started doing the video episodes, you can actually see the beard get like longer and longer each week.
Can you do like a time lapse?
I want to see it done in reverse, so it just looks like your beard is shrinking into your face.
Yeah.
We thought you were out of sync, and it was your beard. We were like, why the fuck is he out of sync? And it's because you couldn't see your mouth. And he was like, we're like, what? Why can't we fix it? Like, and it was
That's
just
the
your
time
beard.
to trim that shit.
Oh, because the walrus tusks
You gotta,
were
do,
Yeah, it
you
was-
gotta do something about that cock duster, man.
Hey, it dusts well, man.
That push
dusts
broom is
well.
for real.
I prefer the term dick holster. Does this count as sword fighting?
Yes.
In a way.
I still enjoy the slow motion
Oh!
shooting Jesse in the face.
That's the greatest moment in podcast history.
What was he trying to do?
He's trying to crush your hand or touch you or some shit that he likes to do. Trying to suck your cock
I
or
just
something.
instantly pulled this out of my pocket and shot it into his face. It was an automatic defense mechanism.
Can we quote you on that?
I only after I
I'm
said
right
it did
in
I
the eye.
realize
Jisms.
what I had said. Jisms.
Yep.
1 and 2.
Holy fuck. Yeah, he smashed Jesse's eyeball out of his skull. And it was surprisingly effective.
Who was? Took
it
him
was like-
right back.
He was like... and you were like, ah.
That's how you silence him.
That was the final moment right before you kicked the shit out of the pinata.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you wrecked that thing in like one swing. It's supposed to be
And
like
you-
some fun here. Like, look, I'll take it.
I'm excessively powerful.
The best was when you first put the
Sorry.
hat on and you took the swing and you couldn't tell from how the camera was moving, but I moved back considerably after I
Just to
saw it
not
because
die.
you just swung and I saw Jesse just like runs out of
Oh,
frame.
my God. Imagine if I hit your camera. Oh, my God.
Well,
would
I think
feel so bad.
I was holding it high enough; it would have been fine. I think you probably would have hit like an armor.
Or like broke his arm.
You know what, though?
No big deal.
I'm okay. I'm a good guy.
His bones heal faster than he makes money, so I think he would rather hit his arm than the camera.
Hey, do you have any candy left?
Yeah, it's in that corner over there.
Get you some.
Where is
Getting
Jesse
some.
today?
I don't know.
I wanted to see him.
He's been absent the blah. Was he
Here
here last week?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
that's right. There's still a lot of candy in there.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm taking a bag.
This candy's just sitting there, so
ridiculous.
take it.
Oh, Twix!
I left it over there so I wouldn't keep it in my room and eat all of it.
Oh,
Fellas?
shit.
Yeah.
Good, thank you.
I would like a Twix,
Just
please.
toss candy at you.
A Twix,
Thank you.
a single Twix.
No? Oh, you don't like
Get in
these.
there, son.
Why don't you tell
Oh, I'm
that
good
story?
for
You
now.
don't like
I've
candy?
eaten my
Just
weight
like
in
Twix.
candy from those
Okay.
bags.
I used to
You
work
noticed
at a
that like
Twix
last
factory.
time you
Okay.
saw them, they
Wait,
were
wait,
actually
wait,
What do you
full.
mean- what do you need to tell a story about? Surrounded by
I don't know.
Twix.
Did I tell you
day
the
and
story?
night.
You told me the story.
He probably has
story?
nightmares where like
That
Twix
you worked
are
at the
chasing
factory,
It was awful.
and that the smell of it makes you sick now.
Really?
Aww.
That's
Let
the
me
same thing
switch
with
to
my
another
mom
candy
and
then.
donuts.
Yeah,
Snickers.
When she was younger, her mom used to make like homemade donuts, and they were so greasy that it would leave
Oh,
like
that
a
stink
pit in
is
her
nasty.
stomach. And so now the smell of donuts make her sick.
It's a really
I was on like
specific
rotating
grease smell.
shifts. Like one of my jobs was to catch, like, so they come in a row, like this long, and there's machines that are supposed to wrap them, but the operators are lazy. And so I would always end up being like, like just catching and putting on a conveyor belt, and I would wake up in the middle of the night and just think my blanket was Twix coming at me, and I'd be like, oh god, no!
Ah!
So I can't eat them anymore.
Repetitive motion disorder. You wake up like...
Awful. Awful.
Oh my god.
I've definitely dreamt.
survived. If this was at my apartment, it would be gone.
I've definitely dreamt about. That's right. It's over
Stop eating
there
real
and not
food
in my
and just
room.
eat this.
Dude, I haven't had a malted milk ball in forever.
We had a lot of good things.
Rob likes balls.
Little chocolatey balls.
Yeah, I have weird dreams about making Starbucks beverages.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Do you? I've never had a Starbucks dream. It's just not that important.
That was
to me,
impressive.
It's very weird.
You know?
Because the thing is, it's like think about this. You know how when you run in a dream, you can never run fast enough and actually go anywhere.
I did that with like
The dream,
burgers.
the dream that I have about making drinks is the
try.
fact that I'll try to make it, but it will not, like, none of the physics
Am I
works.
eating this or throwing
Like,
it
I
in
can't
somewhere?
actually complete the drink, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. What?
Are you alright?
I'm
What
good.
happened?
Rob's fine.
Did you just suck on the balls?
Suck on ball. Try that. Here, put that in your mouth.
I'm good.
No, put it right in your
I'm
lips
good.
and suck on it.
What?
Just go.
Put it in
Fucking do
your,
it!
put it in your beard and try to like pop it back into your mouth.
Oh, wait, hold on. We are the dumbest
Slightly
people alive.
Oh.
Do you have a weird dream about a Starbucks customer?
Here, you Kit Kat.
No,
Thank you.
whenever I have dreams about work, it never actually has other people in it.
Is you at the bar by
there by
yourself?
Pretty much.
Where's the whipped
Why?
cream?
It's just me there, and I'm making drinks for no one.
That's gonna be hell for you.
Yeah.
Please, somebody just take these drinks.
Maybe it's time for a new job.
How long have you worked there?
Since 2001.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I tried. Well, I
Jesus Christ.
I stopped working there
He's a
when I went to
dedicated
college.
person.
So I worked there. I
From
started.
2002 to 2003.
I started in 2001, and then went and started school in 2002. Graduated 2005, and then had another job for like a year, and then went back in 2000, like early 2006, or no, late 2006, and then I've been working there since.
It blows my mind. Okay, number one,
So
congratulations.
9 years?
because
Steady, yeah.
That's awesome.
Congratulations,
Gain,
I
gain,
guess.
gainfully employed, points for consistency. When people can recount their chronology, that blows my mind. I can't do that shit.
Too many jobs.
I don't even know what day it is. Like, oh yeah, then I went to
Learns Day.
Lousy smarch weather.
This says fun size. What if
You're fun size?
I am a fun size person, but what if this is not what everyone considers fun size? What if some people?
What if you want like the gigantic ones?
What
and
if that's
your
more
That's
fun?
size?
fun.
That's not fun for
Oh my God.
anybody.
So, 2000.
I'm fairly certain if you weighed over 800 pounds, that would be fun.
2000. No, it was
No,
2008.
because you don't have fun when you're at 800 pounds.
No, you have a lot of other things.
Yeah.
Like diabetes.
Severe health issues.
Right, yeah. You have metabolic syndrome when you're 800 pounds.
You also don't move.
Ever.
Yeah, you have roots.
Oh my god, that's a person.
It's just
No.
That's
You
blob of
you
flesh.
take selfies with Google Earth satellites.
That is like the most fucking current yo mama joke.
That's right. And I go, oh, I'm glad to be a part of that. The wave of
Yo mama's so fat, she takes selfie with Google Earth.
I like that.
Ooh, your dick's so small, you piss on your balls. Oh! But it was like 2008, and I had just discovered marzipan. I was in Germany, and I
the
just
character in
I was just gonna say.
not the character, but that's a pretty good character. That's good. No, I mean a candy bar, like like Ritter Sport and the square candy. But I found a like fucking log of marzipan, chocolate covered marzipan. I'm like, oh, mine! I slept with it in my bunk. I'm like, this is for me, right?
Nuzzled it.
It's like
Right,
a golem or
yeah,
something.
I was like, delicious. So I wake up the next morning and I'm still jet lagged. So it's like 6 in the morning, and we're in like downtown Berlin. The bus is parked in front of the venue. I'm just like, what am I doing up? Oh, marzipan! Fuck it! So I ate the whole fucking thing, like walking around looking at
Yeah.
looking at graffiti in downtown Berlin. I
Sounds like a good day to me.
I vibrated everywhere I went. Like the old like hockey games where you just flip a switch and the whole thing goes.
Yeah.
And the little hockey guy goes. That was me for the rest of the day, and
It's
I
like
played.
Fry from Futurama with the cups of coffee.
Yep.
I
When
played.
you get to 100, you just start glowing and you
You
move.
finish
like,
the log of marzipan and you look around and you just go,
Mhm.
All right.
You get the glow from Barry Gordy's Last Dragon. You get the glow. I played the most energetic, most awesome show that night at Wild at Heart in Berlin. I went through the goddamn roof. It was fucking astounding, and then I slept for like 14 hours. I was shot. I don't think
Crash. Marzipan crash.
Dude, I don't
I
think
didn't realize MPB was a grind band.
was that night.
Faster! Faster! Faster!
Oh my god, that was great.
Wait, have you ever seen Walk Hard?
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the parody to Walk the Line?
Yeah.
When, because they go through, like, a ton of different genres. And I think he does, like, a bunch of coke. And he's always like, faster! He starts yelling. He's like, you're jumping around and being all crazy like some kind of punk.
Because you don't Reese's stuff. Oh, wait.
No,
Yeah.
And you never bring drugs.
Yeah. Not once. I saw Tim Meadows live, and it was terrible.
Was it really?
It was really bad.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Half of his joke was, or half of his set rather was, I like weed. Not even in like a funny like joke setup way. It was just like, I like
have a
weed.
severe
If
problem.
anybody has any weed,
Yeah.
Seriously, I need a new dealer. Anybody
He's only
out
good
there?
as like a side character who pops up for like 20 seconds.
yeah. Right. Well, I enjoyed the ladies, man, and he like very awkwardly did that character at the end, and it was like, I might be getting, may or may not be getting a PS4,
Really?
which means I may or may not be having at the end of October a horror evening, which may or may not include,
Oh, horror.
Yes, yes.
Got it.
Well, we
Horror.
can have the other one ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what that would include,
Whores.
Lots of whores.
Lots of whores.
Rob.
What's that now?
You know what
I'm
that would
not
include.
sure which one I want to go to.
Why not both? We'll stagger them.
It's going to be so scary.
PT followed immediately by The Evil Within
Yeah, I
because
can't.
it comes out mid-October.
I can't do it. I can't.
You have to. I think
You don't have a
to.
hood this time. Do you want to borrow mine?
Okay, I'll do it. Craig writes, because we got to get off that subject. It's terrifying. I wonder if I ate a bunch of string and it didn't kill me, if I could make a shit lasso.
It would have to be
That's a
seriously-
statement,
it
that's
wouldn't
not a
even
question.
It wouldn't even get
Right.
That's what you
to
wonder.
the possibility.
You know, like you know how people can like tie cherry stems into knots.
I can do
Yeah,
that.
I can do that too.
Well, you guys are very
can't.
talented, but imagine if you could tie a lasso with your colon.
But there's no. It would just get all knotted up in there. That's not.
Yeah,
Skill.
but no, it's
You're
skill
not-
if you shit a
your body's
lasso
just-
and not a fucking knot.
Like a functional
It'll be an
lasso?
accidental shit.
It wouldn't be a lasso, it would be a noose. Have you been to the Motor Museum?
Yes.
Together.
That's
with,
right.
With Gaza.
The fucking giant colon, like the beanbag colon.
Oh.
That one could.
Oh, and then the gigantic
They have a lot of
skeleton
gross
next to the
things
really
there.
tiny skeleton. Me and John were standing next to
Yeah,
him. I'm like,
yeah.
look, it's me and you. It's really funny. He's like, that dude's much taller than me. Cleary says.
Is this a new segment? Cleary says.
Cleary
Yeah, Cleary
says.
says.
Cleary
Hey
says.
man, relax, man. Oh, I sent him a bunch of pictures of Doritos. Okay, he says, what's your most amusing roadside dump story? Live in Connecticut or kill yourself? And can you say the number 138 without singing the song in your head?
138.
138.
No, nothing. Okay.
What song?
The Misfits.
Connecticut or kill myself? Probably kill myself.
Kill myself,
I've
for
never
sure.
been there,
Wait,
but it
go
seems
to
like no one wants to
Connecticut?
be there.
No, live there.
Oh,
Oh, I'll kill myself.
yeah.
What's
Never been
your
there.
what's your most amusing roadside?
Only if I get to live in that
It's not
Salvation
really
Army I
anything.
went to once. That was the only good part of Connecticut. I found some really awesome corduroy pants.
Wait,
That is the most innocent. I would just
using
buy all the
unicorns.
corduroy pants in Connecticut and then use them to fashion a noose to throw myself off of a bridge.
Oh shit! So I don't know. Most
what was the last
most
part?
amusing roadside dump story.
I don't want to.
I think we had Armand. I think Armand's takes the cake.
Yeah, I can't fuck with that.
Yeah, the multiple splashdowns on the side of.
I'm trying to eat
95.
chocolate. Don't ruin
See
it.
me and this guy?
Drugs are for sluts and losers.
That's me and
I-
Chef Robert Irvine.
I saw that.
Nice.
I was so happy to meet this guy at a Wawa.
He's a chef.
That's where you
Yeah.
meet people.
Restaurant Impossible.
Yeah.
He's like a very
Dinner
fa-
Impossible,
he's
the
a-
guy on
I've
Food
never-
Network
I've
who
never
like
seen it.
He's like a
I've never
Not on
watched-
cable.
I've
He's like
never
a
watched
super
Food
famous
Network.
dude.
I don't know
I don't
famous
watch Food
people.
Was he
Network
cool?
either.
He was the nicest dude I've ever met with that degree of celebrity. He's just like hanging out with his coffee and just like talking to people.
Really?
And he was talking to his producer, and I was like, "Hey, chef." He's like, "Yeah, what?" I'm like, "Yeah, my name's Rob. I'm a huge fan of all your shows, and great to meet you." He's like, "Oh, awesome!" He like shakes my hand,
Wow.
and I'm like, "This is intimidating." The guy's like, you know,
He's huge, right?
he-
wraps
well,
his hand around your entire arm.
he's about as tall as you,
Oh.
and he's like surprisingly. He's not as intimidating as you'd think.
Yeah, that surprises me. I thought he would be like kind of gruff.
Nah, he's super, super nice. He's like, oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so what do you do? He like kept asking me like what I did, and I explained to him all my stupid fucking jobs. You know, I'm a chess coach and kettlebell coach, and I used to do this and whatever. He's like, oh, I'd rather have your job. I want to do it. I want to do it. You
Stop.
And I was like, push off. Oh,
Don't.
I nuzzled my head until you.
Right in his armpit.
Well, if you want to throw some of those millions my way, then
Yeah, feel free,
I
pal.
don't feel bad for you.
You know.
You want to trade?
Yeah.
You want to trade bank accounts?
I'll do your job, chef. Holy shit.
Just gotta yell at people, right?
So I don't know.
When you're in
Yeah,
charge.
so we're not going to do the we're not going to try to compete with Armine's most amusing roadside dump story.
Good.
I've never had a roadside dump. Well, I mean,
yeah.
going to truck stops, that's about it. Gotten frustrated in Germany having to pay, what,
Pay to poo?
€2 to go to
That's
the
so
bathroom.
stupid. The shit shelf, nonetheless.
Yeah. Yes!
Ugh.
Germany toilets have
Okay.
shit shelves.
Yeah.
I
So
remember this.
the toilets in Europe, mainland Europe,
Mostly
Germany, have, you know how like in the States there's like, you know, everything funnels into the water? No. Okay, here's your butt, and typically here's the water. In the States, no. It's a goddamn, like a shelf you shit on, and then the water is here near your dong. So you poop,
If
you
you
stand up.
have one. Otherwise, no.
For you fellas. And for you ladies, don't worry about that stuff. So
Whatever it is you have.
whatever it is you have there.
Whatever it is you happen to have
hangs.
down
What
there.
do girls? Some girls have. So your harmonica made of cold cuts or whatever. So you poop, you stand up, and you have no choice but to examine your poop.
It's right there.
The German infatuation with Scheisse is like astounding. So like you hit the button or you pull the thing and water comes and fucking attacks your poop and shoves it down the hole.
You gotta like witness it the whole
And sometimes it takes two.
Like it's kidnapping it down into the sewer.
You're coming with us!
Chuds.
But you have to pay €2 in order
€2.
to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you only get... Actually, there's the thing. First time we went there, it was like €1.50, and you got a receipt for €1.50, so you can go in and actually like get a €1.50. Or you like, if you bought something at the truck stop, you got that much off that you paid to poo. So you paid to poo.
It's like, do you validate? You know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So like you paid €1.50 to poo, but then you got in and like got a drink, but you were able to.
So your drink paid for the poo.
Yeah.
I just took a shit. Give me a free marzipan. I'm gonna replace what I've lost.
But then I was upset last time we went. It was a €2 cost to poo, but you only got a receipt back for €1.
No.
So you lost
That's
€1 on your
50%
pooing.
return on investment. That's like
Exactly.
That's terrible.
I went to poo for €2, and I only got a
and
euro
all I
back.
got was this lousy T-shirt.
Yeah.
Chrissy says hi.
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 Yay!
What do you say?
That's our time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm BJ McMurtry.
Show the cheese!
I'm Christina Barrera.
Mike Wahlberg.
Justin Jackson.
Yay!
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for listening to the More Better Narrative podcast. Find us at mbnpodcast.com or on iTunes. For more information, visit us on Twitter or Facebook at mbnpodcast.com or email us at morebetternarrative@gmail.com.